Antônio Carlos Jobim died on AM Records, recorded in 1970, and with the arrangements of Eumir Deodato also conducting the orchestra. And track number 3, Tema Jazz, Antônio Carlos Jobim, Tema Jazz. Um tema até gostoso, né? É um bom tema jazz. But, and then here you have already Hermeto Pascoal. That's funny, Hermeto Pascoal here, man.
Yeah, well, sometimes people come by in New York and will just say, oh, Hermeto's here, let's go. Hermeto's a friend too.
Jumping in time again, because now is this whole thing about 50 years of Bossa Nova, and I just got a record, Copacabana Palace, but they have a compilation CD only for the guests of Copa now. And it's all because of Bossa Nova, blah, blah, blah. But, with all those books by Rui Castro and all these folk stories about Bossa Nova, has the time the Copacabana Palace was always the place that sold Bossa Nova, because all the publishers used to go to Copacabana Palace and call all the musicians to come and show their stuff, their songs, to be sold and published. The first guy that Rui Castro talked in the book was the Sasha, the guy who was the producer of Black Orpheus. I don't know if you remember those times.
Yes, Sasha Gordini.
Yeah, isso. Gordini, isso. A marca daquele carro.
Exato.
Yeah. Okay, you remember those stories about people selling songs?
Yes. In those days, it was very... But I don't think it had much to do with Bossa Nova. Maybe it was a pre-Bossa Nova time. Because I remember Bonfá. I was a very good friend of Bonfá. We worked together in many records too. He used to hate him, Sasha Gordini, because he stole a lot of songs from a lot of people, meaning that he published them and he never paid them.
I interviewed some years ago Jenny Lee. You know Jenny?
Yeah, writer, Canadian.
Right, yeah, and he did all the versions.
He did a great song for Jobim called Estrada Branca, which he entitled Happiness. What is it called?
Mad Happiness.
Happy Madness. Happy Madness.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nice lyrics.
Yeah,
nice.
I think he was one of the ones who put together the English lyrics that, one of the better ways than the Ray Gilbert. Ray Gilbert was...
Ray Gilbert's his biggest hit ever in lyrics is Zippity Doodah.
Zippity Doodah?
Remember that from the movie? Zippity Doodah, Zippity Yay, da 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 da. That's his biggest hit ever, okay? He saw a chance. Let me go to Brazil. Everybody, all Brazilians was, hey, where is the beef? Where do we make some money here? And come Ray Gilbert with his little goatee or cavanhaque, and everybody said, yeah, I think this guy is real, huh? No, he was not real. He just took songs from everybody, including one of mine. Tristeza, no, Razão de Viver. Mine and Paulo Sergio Valli, and he assigned it to his publishing company. And to this day, I could never gain back my songs. Never again I could have the song back. Now he is deceased, and his wife is very, very old, and this is in the hands of other people that have nothing to do with him or his wife.
But it's really funny. The last time I talked with Jenny Lee, and he talked about this, and he said on the air that Ray Gilbert stole money from a lot of people, Marcos Valle, I don't know, he put a lot of money,
He stole money,
stole
songs,
but he, and you know what's happened too, and then he said that after he passed away, that his wife took some money, or I don't know the amount of money, and gave back to those artists. Yeah, maybe they didn't give it to you.
I never got it.
No, really. So I have the interview anyway.
Yeah, Marcos Valle, Tom Jobim, everybody, Baden Powell, myself, many people that gave him songs in the hope. And he, see, the tune, my song is Razão de Viver, it's the reason to live. And he changed it to A Little Tear.
Oh, A Little Tear. Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with
Uh-huh.
But that's a very serious problem that's always existed. Always. People that suffer from that problem, I tell you, Jobim was going mad every time. And he had fights with Norman Gimbel all the time. And Ivanis, some beautiful songs like, Começar de Novo, Start All Over Again, became On a Desert Island. It's amazing. I don't know what to say, but they never really tried to respect the Brazilian Portuguese lyrics for whatever reasons. And you would say, oh, okay, it's difficult. No, it's not that difficult. It is not that difficult. So Jobim started writing his own English lyrics, such as Samba do Avião, where he says he recorded it. Sinatra recorded it. Was it called? What is the Samba do Avião again?
Song of the Jet. Yeah, Song of the Jet.
Yeah, well, there's another. Maybe there's another one. Oh no, Your Beauty is an Aeroplane.
Mm-hmm.
How do you call it? It's not Samba do Avião. Oh, it's another one. What is it?
Corcovado?
No.
Man, I'm lost.
Sua beleza é avião, na dor cruel de uma paixão. And he did it.
Triste a viver.
Triste. Sorry, not Samba do Avião.
Yeah.
Samba do Avião is a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Triste é viver a solidão. Sua beleza é avião. Your beauty is an aeroplane. And Sinatra went, because I was there when we were working on the song. He says, what?
Yeah,
he said, no, you go for it, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Well, talking about Sinatra, let's play Sinatra here in vinyl. Sinatra and the real thing. Because another funny thing, that it looks like all the companies are going to start to press vinyl again, because vinyl is much better. It's harder for piracy.
Oh, well, it's non-digital, of course. Digital is boom, boom, boom. It's digital means computer.
It's number 3. It's
which one?
Triste. Vamos tocar
Triste. There you go. Your beauty is an aeroplane. Just pay attention to the lyrics. You see, that's the one that Jobim did, I think.
This is from Sinatra and Company. Another thing with the Sinatra and Company, recorded in 1971. You participate on that. This record is a big confusion. It never released in CD, and is always. I talk to people and some folk stories about too the families and I guess Frank Sinatra's wife don't let this. It's some kind of confusion.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling about Chet Baker, where I spoke to Bruce Landval. We were going to do a project where I would select maybe 12 songs from his old repertoire, from his old records. And I would, if I worked real hard, I could do some string charts for those songs and make it a fresh approach, a real fresh approach. And it's not an easy thing to do because the tempos are all over the place. The tuning is different because every song involves different tuning, and in those days, tuning was not really that important, or was, but it was not taken seriously. And to do a string orchestra, I wanted a small ensemble. I wanted to do a very small ensemble. I didn't want to do a string orchestra. And after all it was done, and I selected, I went through all the trouble of listening and doing and this and that. I was told by Bruce Landval, I assume it is true, that the widow of Chet Baker did not approve the idea of the project. Did not approve anything done to those songs. Let's put it that way. So, and I had to respect that.
We are talking with Eumir Deodato, and right now we're gonna play the real vinyl groove, Triste, os três patinhos triste, triste. Antônio Carlos Jobim tune, and record in 1971, and the album is Sinatra e Company. Here on the celebration of Jobim's music on WKCR 89.9 FM New York, and our phone number is 212-854-9920 if you want to get in touch with us, and also if you want to get on the air is 854-9527 854-9527. Vamos lá.
Hey, sir. Good evening. How are you?
We're going to play another track now for the Eumir Deodato Trio. This is recorded live, ao vivo no Rio. Eumir Deodato Trio, ao vivo no Rio. And this is Biscoito Fino, is the company who released. You can find this everywhere records are sold. Right, Deodato?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not sure about the States. You have to go on Amazon, you can download it, I think.
Well, iTunes, whatever. But anyway, I think if you can go, you go to www.biscoitofino.com.br or Amazon.
Amazon.com you find it yet because they don't. I think this distribution here is a very serious issue for a lot of Brazilian companies.
I think Biscoito Fino now is releasing a lot of Brazilian stuff through DRG. It is, yeah. I have some records here from Biscoito Fino, released through DRG Records, American company, who is doing. Probably they're going to do this one. I hope so. But Deodato, let's talk more about. I know you put together a trio. How you put together this trio? You know those people?
Yes, I know. Marcelo Mariano is an old friend of mine. He's the son of Cesar Mariano, Camargo Mariano. Also an old friend of mine, good friend. We're all good friends. And Marcelo came with me to Europe. We did a trio tour. We did a tour in Europe, but the drummer was a different person. Was a fantastic drummer. Was also a teacher at the Bologna Conservatory. He is actually graduated in clarinet, but he plays drums like I never seen. He does things I never seen anybody do, not even Billy Cobham. But again, that's a different story. He's a nice person to work with, very easy to work with. And the two of them became brothers immediately. It was like an instant combination. And then we played so many different countries in this tour. It was a trio. The first time I did a serious trio tour experiment, because before I had played with Sérgio Brandão on bass and Rick Sebastian on drums.
Yeah, for New Orleans, right? Yeah, I think
From New Orleans. He's back in New Orleans now. He now has his own house and everything. Also a fantastic person. I really love him. It's just that the way music is these days, it's very difficult to sustain any kind of a momentum, because of the money is difficult, and we are in a true recession as it is, but people still think it's coming. It's already here. Mm-hmm. But anyway, in my opinion, of course. But we played from Istanbul to Norway to London to Budapest, Hungary. We played Germany. We played 5 cities in Germany. We played what else? And we ended in Paris. Fantastic concert in Paris. And then I got very, very. Marcel is very easy to work with too. He has a great basis of a 5-string bass, and he knows how to play. So a lot of people have 5-string bass, so it might as well be a 1-string bass because they can play nothing. But he can play that thing very well, and we had worked on many years ago. We worked on a track for Gal Costa, a song from Roberto Carlos called Dia de Domingo.
Oh, that's a good song. The one that she does with Tim Maia, I guess. No?
No.
Oh, this is another one.
There's another one. It's the Roberto Carlos song.
Oh.
And it goes like da do dee do dee do da do da do dee da dee da da.
Oh, the other one is.
Yeah, this is a very this is a very interesting information there, because I went to play in Guatemala with the trio because of that confusion. Because they wanted me to play on Dia de Domingo, and I keep thinking that this is the Gal. She says, "Yeah, we know Gal Costa, Dia de Domingo," and I said, "Yeah, I did it. Oh, okay. We want you to come here and play blah blah blah." So we got there and I played, and at the end of the show, this woman goes, "Please play our song." I did. No, our song. And she says, "Which song? You were there, right?" "No, you were there." And I said, "Which song?" "Dia de Domingo." I said, "But that was it." And then I said, "Wait a moment. No, the one was Tim Maia." I said, "Holy moly, how do you say Tim Maia?" And I said, "Well, I happen to know it, but I don't have an arrangement for the tune. I can do it by myself." And I did it. So I played it by myself, and everybody, it went crazy. I should write a book. There's too many stories to tell. Too many stories.
Let's play another track for this new CD by Eumir Deodato 3. We were talking to Eumir. Ao Vivo no Rio is the CD.
Play Sabiá.
Sabiá. This is a trip to Sabiá. Also, Eumir did the arrangements for Jobim. This is the times of the big festivals, music festivals in Brazil. This is another story. But let's listen to Sabiá with Eumir Deodato Trio here on the...
We're here on Don Jobim's birthday, the 25th, and just waiting for the track number because there's so many songs on the CD.
You want the track number? I give it to you.
It's demanding.
Number 7.
Number 7, okay. Great number.
Great number. But I have in my hands here another Eumir Deodato. This is this is really way before you come to America.
Oh, wow.
1964. You did this record in 1964. You were 22 years old. It's true or not true?
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Could be.
Yeah. Could be because...
well, it was not too long ago. I'm only 35.
No, you're only 35 now. I'm 25. As maiores composições de Antônio Carlos Jobim. And then Universal, you have any participation on the remix or restoration of those tapes that come here on the Inútil Paisagem, the CD that was released by Universal?
No, I had nothing to do with the remasterizations or anything like that. But everything there was done in the old-fashioned way. We worked hard for it. I did all the arrangements. I played the piano. The piano was the room that this was recorded had some kind of a natural reverberation, which is not supposed to happen in any studio. But in all, the musicians are fantastic. You have Maciel. You have one of my favorite saxophone players in Brazil. What's his name again? We have the names there.
Meireles?
Meireles, yes. You have Copinha, flute. Oh,
right. Yeah.
Amazing musicians on this record. Amazing.
We are celebrating the music of the maestro Antônio Brasileiro de Almeida, Jobim, here on WKCI 89.9 FM, New York, a production of the Latin Department, and we'd like to thank everybody in the Latin Department. And WKCR is always open for you out there who wants to call us up and request or talk to us into this celebration. 212-854-9920. And we are talking with the maestro Eumir Deodato, the man and his music, and we are talking about this release of Inútil Paisagem. That was one of the first releases of the Girl from Ipanema, this arrangement, released in 1964. And Eumir, talking about this Inútil Paisagem records, like you were saying, this was recorded in the old RCA studios?
Yes, Central do Brasil.
Central do Brasil. This was a studio that everybody said that was in a terrible shape, but it was one of the best studios that we had.
Yeah. It had a personality.
Personality. That's really good. Personality is what RCA didn't miss at all. What really made you come to America, Eumir? Because the first wave of Brazilian musicians who come, you come after the first concert at Carnegie Hall, right?
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that.
You had nothing.
I don't know if there were waves or what. There was people came in the video the effect.
Right,
A bunch of them came for that particular show at Carnegie Hall. And then people came at their own different thing. Sergio Mendes went to California. It was a different story. Luis Bonfá was already coming and going here for a long time. Laurindo Almeida had been forever, in the States. And Jobim already come here back and forth too. But I was brought here by Luis Bonfá. Luis Bonfá and Maria Helena Toledo. She was really the responsible for me being here. The reason being that in the festival, festival generated a lot of activity for me. I did an arrangement for Bonfá's song called Dia das Rosas. That was sung by Maísa Matarazzo in the festival, and people really loved it, and Bonfá was very impressed by that. So he invited me to come here to do his record, but his record was put on hold for a while, so I did a Maria Helena Toledo record for, what's the name of the company? It's also the name of a movie company, I forgot.
United Artists, huh?
United Artists, yeah. So many companies, I don't remember. And eventually, Astrid Gilberto recorded it. That was the first recording I did for Criteria, was Astrid Gilberto, where I had only about, I think, 3 hours to do my charts, because Don Sebesky was ahead of me. And I managed to do them. I don't know what miracle happened there. And that's what Criteria got impressed and called me to do Wes Montgomery as the next project for him.
Down on the ground.
Down here on the ground, which I told him I was very scared to do the whole record. He wanted me to do the whole project. I said, I would love to, but I think I can't. Wes Montgomery had a big hit on the charts called Windy on A&M Records. And I kind of got scared, and I backed off, and I said, I'll do a couple of charts. And that's what I did. Down Here on the Ground, which is a Laura Schifrin song. I also did a song that they named Know It All, is it? Quem Diz Que Sabe, Joe Donato. Song. There was another one, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure it was. Because at that time I was already involved in other projects anyway. I was also working for Atlantic Records for Joe Dorn, who just passed away not too long ago. I was working with Ray Bryant, and then I started working with Roberta Flack. So by then I started already, going into different directions and doing all kinds of different things. I remember my first work for Roberta Flack, where I had the demo, just a little, demo that she did in the studio, where I remember writing her vocals to precision, as far as how long she held her notes. So I could write all the instruments after. I never, if you listen to the records, called Chapter 2, you see, I never wrote anything conflicting with her voice. And if it did, it was a note that was very in sympathy with what she was singing. I remember I took all the trouble, and I also used one of my interesting things, because in Brazil, my very first record, I was going to bring it to you, but I figured it would be too complicated. It's a record called Nova Geração em Ritmo de Samba.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Where I had no idea what a French horn was.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't find one, and really it was difficult to find. It was only in the symphony orchestra. But someone said to me, oh, it's Altamiro Carrilho, who's my friend there, Copacabana Discos, and he said, well, I have a friend that plays the bombardino. Maybe you can use the bombardino, which I forgot the name in English. It's euphonium. It's the euphonium family. It's not a tuba. It's a small one. And that's what I used for Nova Geração em Ritmo de Samba, until later on I could buy a better book and I get a list of instruments. And eventually, for this record for Roberta Fleck, if you ever have a chance, I think it was a song by, a Bob Dylan song, and I used the bombardino instead of the French horn, or instead of trombone, anything. And a cello, one bombardino, so I did something entirely different.
That's incredible. Well, so many things there, so many things in such a little time. We like to thank you, Eumir, for coming and share this time with us and with your energy.
One thing I forgot to mention, if people want to see more of the dossier or the list, there's a funny site. It's a Japanese lady that took the trouble to put the site together. She did a very good job. She took pictures of every record, or almost every record, that she could get her hands on that I was involved in. It's called Deodato Mania.
Oh, yeah.
Deodato Mania. It's I met her in Japan when I played there last year. Year before last, sorry.
It is a blog spot kind of.
Yeah. www.
Oh, it's great. The only problem is in Japanese. But if you use your imagination.
See the cover.
Yeah, the covers are there, the dates. She dates everything too. She went through all the trouble. And I have a bunch of more photos to send her. I just haven't had the time to do that yet. But that's another site.
Deodato Mania.
Deodato Mania.
Deodato Mania.
2 words actually. Yeah. Deodato space Mania.
Deodato Mania. Deodato Mania.
Deodato Mania. Deodato Mania.
But once again, Deodato,
you're very welcome.
I really appreciate this celebration of Jobim will be, nothing without Deodato, right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for coming, yes.
Thank you for coming, man.
No problem, man. It was my pleasure.
Stay with us until 2 a.m. This is the Antonio Carlos Jobim Festival here on WKCR 89.9 FM New York.